Hello everybody and welcome to another video, and today we're going to be revisiting Bloodywood. Now this is a band I've covered twice before. I've really enjoyed their music both times, and each time I've checked out their tracks they've had a really sort of deep and very powerful meaning, from things to dealing with depression, dealing with like bullies or war or things like that. You know, all of their songs have had like really deep, strong meaning. And today we're going to be looking at a song called Endurant. It's a song that's actually been suggested to me very, very many times since I covered GVRA. This song has cropped up so many times, and today is the day I get around to it. I'm very much looking forward to this as well, because like I said, I've covered them a couple of times before and I've really enjoyed their music, and I love the fact that they are so passionate about the topics that they cover, and the fact that the topics they cover are so important. And you know, they're very powerful topics that they cover. So you know, it's a band I very much respect and I very much like. So yeah, since I've covered them before, you know, I've spoken about the bands themselves before, so we won't get into that. I've got the lyrics for the song up here. As far as I'm aware, some of them are in a different language, but there is translations. I'm not sure how accurate the translations are, but I do have translations for those bits. So we'll have a look at those when we get to them. So I think without any further ado, we'll jump into the track, Endurant by Bloodywood. Let's see where this one goes.
Stand clear. Push to shop.
Fight the urge to get violent. This goes out with the love, but with the power to raise the bow. Put the law to the gun, put the love gun. Come on, sing I want that. Want the door to look at, then it's on. My good love, there's no nation. Show me your gun, don't stop till I drop. Show me how I rock, everywhere hurts. Put me down in the dirt, drown myself, would do it all for murder. Cause I got no issue with the scotch. So give me more, give me war to the blood and gore. I was full, let it rain, let it rain, let it pour. Let the lightning strike and thunder roar. I believe nothing comes me. As I bleed, I feel the sea. Born of weakness, finally free. Turn her up and through is the sacred kingdom. You gave me the power I need, you see. You gave me the power I need. Be somebody. Say hey, see the moon.
Right, I have to pause that there, because my god, this is possibly the heaviest of any of their tracks that I've heard today. It is damn heavy. I mean, wow. I mean, most of the ones I've heard before have been more on sort of melodic side. You know, they've had the heavy elements, but this is by far the heaviest I have heard. And I can see immediately where this song's going. With the name of the track being Endurant, it seems to be talking about, you know, standing up against adversity, you know, facing against bullies, that sort of thing. Now, it opens with Silent. This goes out to the silent who fight the urge to get violent. Violent. This goes out with love, bound with the power to rise above. Those opening lines are just brilliant. Yeah, this goes out to the silent who fight the urge to get violent. So these are like the people that are getting bullied or attacked or whatever, and rise above the fact that this is happening, and they don't retaliate with violence. They just sort of find a more sort of peaceable way to deal with the situation. And then violent. This goes out with love, bound with the power to rise above, which is what I was just saying. You know, So they're saying, respect to those people that can deal with these situations without having to resort to the violence that they're being met with in the first place. Then it came in with a verse in a different language, and like I say, I've got a translation here, but I'm not sure how accurate it is. It says, suppressed, self-conflicted, a prisoner of silence, sever the bonds that forever made you yield, become your own shield. So, again, that's like saying self-conflicted and suppressed. So you're sort of keeping everything to yourself, but you're sort of thinking, if I carry on this way, people are going to continue to treat me like this. People are going to continue to take advantage of me. It says, sever the bonds that forever made you yield, become your own shield. So it's saying, rather than cower down to these people, stand up to them, be strong. But, you don't necessarily have to resort to violence to do that. Just stand up for yourself rather than just sort of cowering before these people. Carried on. Take your best shot. Throw me all you got. Don't stop till I drop. Show me how I rot. Hit me where it hurts. Put me down in the dirt. Drown my self-worth. Do it all for mirth. 'Cause I've got no issue with the scar tissue. Gimme more. I'll give you war through the blood and gore. I will soar. Let it rain. Let it rain. Let it pour. Let lightning strike and thunder roar. So it's like, take your best shot and throw me all you've got. It's like, throw everything you got at me, do whatever the hell you want. I won't give up, until I'm down on the floor and I cannot go anywhere. I will stand up for myself until the very last, Hit me where it hurts and put me in the dirt, drown my self-worth and do it all for mirth. So basically just attacking someone just for their own pleasure, no other reason than to feel good about themselves, sort of haha, I'm better than you, so I'm going to beat you into the ground, and that's it's basically the very essence of bullying, and pretty much, bullying and attacking someone because you feel superior to them. I've got no issue with scar tissue. Give me more. I'll give you more through the blood and the gore. So it's like, you can beat me, you can attack me, you can do whatever. I've got no issue with these wounds that you're giving to me, because I am strong and I will stand up to you and I will fight back eventually in my own way, even without violence. I will find a way to fight back. I will stand up. I will not let you beat me into the ground and take over me. So, I love the meaning of this song so far. There's then another line. It's in... I can't remember the name of the language, but it says, for my own ship I bear the oar. Now as I bleed, I feed the seed born of weakness, finally free. Now hear my inner lion roar. Do you see, you gave me the power I need. Do you see, you gave me the power I need. So that last bit there is like, hear my inner lion roar, you've attacked me and now I am retaliating, maybe even if I'm just yelling or shouting at you, I am retaliating, I am fighting back with my voice, and you're the reason I'm doing this, you've given me the reason, the viciousness of your attacks on me has given, psyched me up enough that I am going to come back at you with full force. Then it went into the chorus, which again, sung in a foreign language. I am not voiceless, I am endurant, I am not a stray rock, I am the founding stone of a mountain. I am not weak, I am forgiving, within darkness I am my own light. And that is just a beautiful, beautiful, verse, is phenomenal in the way that it's worded and in the meaning and how powerful those words are. It says, I am not voiceless, I am endurant, I am not a weakling, I'm not someone who will be bossed about by you, I am strong, I will endure through this, I will not put up with your attacks anymore. I'm not just some random little insignificant pebble, I am the foundation of something big and strong. I'm not weak. I am forgiving. You may attack me, and I will find it within myself to forgive you, because I am the bigger person. I'm not going to sit there and find revenge, etc. It says, within darkness, I am my own light. It says, no matter how bleak things get, no matter how much you put me down, I am proud of who I am. I know I am a good person, and nothing you say or do will ever make me doubt the fact that I am worthwhile. I love it. It's such a good song. And this is what I love about this band, is the meanings they put into their songs and the way they word things. It's just so beautiful and so powerful. Absolutely phenomenal. Let's carry on.
This goes out to the brave who refuse the life of a slave. This goes out to the war in the name of the many who dream of war. Musical begangen, besammeln, deine Gehobenheitsverwandern. In den Tulmeken Nagoya-Balan. Sag Mose bei der Jagd. Fight to the outside from within. Found love under my own skin. Big one, so you know I'm gonna win. Never back down, let the smack down with the grit. This fight's not what you might think. Born of a life, I'm running the spring. Shine so bright, but I'm not gonna blink. Says rage, peace, love, blood, to the mind, to the hate. Up and night, I think I'm as I bleed, I feel the sea. Born of weakness, finally free. Flying up and through, it's a taking key. You see, you gave me the power I need. You see, you gave me the power I need. There's somebody say, have you seen the movie? Cantar en la heat, para fatta che lirica ansiama. Bebas en la heat, somos in the movie. Andele sulla tica che loca ansiama. Up and night, I think I'm living us. Up and night, I think I'm living
Thanks for watching that video, guys. Endurant is a song about bullying, something that all three of us have personally gone through, whether it be in school, work, even in relationships. It's also something that's very difficult to talk about and ask for help, because more often than not, it kind of makes the situation worse. If you're going through something like this, our advice to you would be to never see yourselves from the eyes of the bully. There's absolutely nothing wrong with you. You are not the reason why you're getting bullied. Bullies tend to pick on things that make us stand out from the crowd. But later in life, the people who stand out the most are the ones who are valued the most. The other thing that really works is surrounding yourself with like-minded people and the ones that really value you. It makes it that much more difficult for the bully to target you and to find you alone. And lastly, don't fret. You're gonna come out of this way stronger than you were before. Bullies are really bullies forever, and they're humans too. It's mostly a manifestation of something else that they take out on you. More often than not, they come to regret it later on in life. This video has been long overdue. We actually do everything on our own, recording, shooting, editing. All of it's done in-house, and that's why it takes a hell lot of time to complete. I'd really like to thank our patrons for being extremely patient with us. And the usual, you can stream this on Spotify, you can get the track on all online stores, but the best way to support us is through Patreon. It's literally our backbone, it's how we survive, it's how these videos are possible. We've had a lot of people getting tattoos of our lyrics, which blows our mind every time we think about it, and they ask for our lyrics in our own language. So I put the Hindi lyrics in the description below, along with their meaning. The meanings are poetic but are accurate in spirit. And that's it from us. We're gonna jump right on to the next song. Till then, stay strong, stay metal. See you next time. Bye.
3 seconds. थोड़ा सा और दे दे.
They're just fucking with you right now, man. You got punked.
क्या उसने क्या किया?
वो मेरे को यहाँ होना पड़ेगा। नहीं यहाँ नहीं, यहाँ 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 शायद यहाँ।
कर कर कर
Okay. What the
Go.
पहले फोर्टनाइट खेल ली, कल 10 स्किल्स करे।
fuck?
चल नो प्रो, सबसे बड़ा प्रो। चल तू भी चल। ठीक है ना, ठीक है खुश का खुश में छूट जाता है। खुश चल तू तो निकल। अरे ये भी नहीं आता मैं।
There we go. A bit of a blooper reel going on at the end there, but I had to watch it to the end just in case. Now, I have nothing but respect for these guys. I mean, like I said earlier, the songs that they write and the messages they portray are so important, and you know they're very, very passionate about these things. And I have so much respect for these guys. They are fantastic. You know, they're brilliant musicians. That the lyrics that they write are just such. They're so beautifully crafted. It's unbelievable. And like I said, I really love the meaning behind the song. And you know, in the video, it showed like that the main guy in the video, you know, was a bully in the younger days and bullied that young lad. And turns out that his father or whoever it was fairly an abusive person. And it turns out the person who came to save his father turned out to be the kid that he bullied when he was younger. So you know, he's come to realise, you know, even though I was nasty to this person, he's helping me. Anyway, the song carried on. Defiant, this song goes out to the brave who refuse the life of a slave. Triumph, this goes out to the war in the name of the many who dream of more. So, you know, again, this goes out to the brave who refuse the life of a slave. This goes out to the people who refuse to be downtrodden and, you know, lorded over by these bullies. And then it went back into the foreign bit, which is Hindi. I didn't want to say what language it was earlier, just in case I get it wrong, and I didn't want to inadvertently insult anybody, but apparently it's Hindi. And then it came into that a Hindi bit saying, broken and scattered, yet again gathered. Within me is an ocean of patience. I do not regret the fault in my stars. My shield strengthens with scars. So again, you know, within me is an ocean of patience. You know, you can attack me all you want, but I'm not going to retaliate, you know, with violence. You know, I'm going to sit there patiently, just sort of absorb it, and, you know, I will absorb it, and eventually it will come back to you. You know, karma eventually, you know, it does come back to you. Some people don't believe it, but it does. You know, eventually, sooner or later, something is going to come back at them, and they will get their just desserts. You know, I do not regret the fault in my stars. My shield strengthens with scars. So it's like, the more you attack me, the stronger my resolve, the more I will resist. Carried on. Begin to take the fight to the outside from within. Found love under my own skin. Brave one, so you know I'm gonna win. Never back down, lay the smack down with a grin. This fight's not what you might think. Born of a light found right at the brink. Shine so bright, but I'm not gonna blink. Says wage peace through the blood, through the mic, through the ink. So again, found love under my own skin, so it's sort of like, I'm happy with who I am, I like who I am, you know, I know that I am a decent person, I know I'm a good person. Yeah, I'm going to win eventually because I am, essentially, I am the morally good person, I have the moral high ground, essentially. I'm not going to back down, and, like, you know, I'm going to lay the smack down with a grin. You know, essentially, you're going to get what's yours, and I'm going to be the one, you know, smiling, going, you know, you deserve this, you brought this on yourself. This fight's not what you might think. Born of a light, right out of the brink, shine so bright. I'm not going to, you know. So he's basically saying, you know, this fight's not what you might think. You know, you're attacking me because, you know, you want to pick on someone, you want to attacks on to take out your own frustrations, but it's not me that you're annoyed with. It's, you know, the fact that there's stuff happening in your life, you know, that's bothering you, and you need someone to take it out on, and that's what you're doing. Then came another line in Hindi. It says, "For my own ship, I bear the oar." Apparently, there is a second line in Hindi that is spoken after that, but it's not actually written in the lyrics. It says, "My own path, I command." Now, does that say commander or commandeer? I think it's supposed to be commander. So it's my own path. I am the commander of my own ship. Essentially, you know, I forge my own path. I decide where I go and what I do in life. Now as I bleed, I feed the seed, born of weakness, finally free. Now hear my inner lion roar. Do you see you gave me the power I need? Do you see you gave me the power I need? Again, so it's like, you know, you taking your anger out on me is giving the strength to sort of withstand this barrage of attacks and, you know, make me a stronger person. Then it went back into that chorus. I am not voiceless, I am endurant. I am not a stray rock, I am the founding stone of a mountain. I am not weak, I am forgiving. Within darkness, I am my own light. Then it goes back into that bridge again. For my own ship, I bear the oar. My own path, I am the commander. Or I can't. I'm not sure exactly what it was. It did say in the subtitles on the video, but I forgot what it said. Then it goes into a variation of the chorus, where it's the chorus, but it's also mixed in with vocals by Raul Kerr as well. It says, I am not voiceless. This goes out to the silent. This goes out to the brave. I am endurant. This goes out to those who let go and forgave. Then I'm going to have to... I am not a stray rock. I am the founding stone of a mountain. Find love, find love, find love under your own skin. I am not weak. This goes out to the silent. This goes out to the brave. I am forgiving. This goes out to those who let go and forgave. Within darkness, I am my own light. Find love, find love, find love under your own skin. Excuse me. So, there's that line there. This goes out to the silent. This goes out to the brave. Though, this goes out to the ones who let go and forgave. So, you know, that was... I think that was the second version of the... no, it wasn't even one of the earlier verses. But, you know, it's like... you know, this goes out to the people who rose above, like, revenge and stuff like that. They didn't lash out with violence because they were being attacked with violence. They stood there and went, okay, you're attacking me. There is a reason for this. I know it's not my fault. I know, you know, you're just taking out your aggression because something bad is happening to you, maybe at home, etc., like it showed in the video. And, you know, they're sort of steely in their resolve, resilient against this barrage, going, you know, I know I've not done anything wrong, so I have no reason to really get angry at this. You know, this person is obviously hurting. I'm not going to fight back. I'm not going to essentially sink to their level because I know this person is actually suffering. And, you know, bullying is a very real issue. It's something that I think most people have had... Well, I think at least everybody on this planet has had to deal with bullying at some point in their life. I know I did. I got bullied a hell of a lot. So, you know, it's a very strong, very powerful song, like all of the songs I've heard of theirs so far. Much, much heavier than any track of theirs I've heard before. And it was just another fantastic piece of music. Like I said, I have nothing but the hugest respect for this band. You know, they're excellent musicians. The crafting of their lyrics is just phenomenal. Absolutely love this band. And, you know, I'm going to actually get around to buying their music at some point. The only tracks I've heard are the ones I've reacted to on this channel, so I am going to have to get an album. I do have several other of their tracks suggested to me. There is another one I've got suggested which has got something to do with Expect a Riot or something like that. I can't remember the actual name of the track, but it's something along those lines. So I've still got that one to look at as well. But this track was phenomenal, you know, powerful message, really heavy music, and you can tell when they sing, they're very passionate about the message in their song. So, you know, absolutely phenomenal. But I can't really don't think I could really say much else about that track. It is just such a brilliant song, such a brilliant message. Absolutely loved it. Phenomenal. So yeah, I'm going to leave that as it is. If anybody would like to suggest a track for me to react to, then please do so by all means. You can drop a comment in the comment section below, or message me on my Facebook or my Instagram. I've got hiccups. You could also message me through my Patreon, where you could also help to support this channel and help me create future content. There is also an option on my Patreon page where you can get your suggestion rushed to the front of the list. There are a couple of restrictions on that though, such as only being able to do it once a month, to be fair to anybody who suggests tracks through regular means. If you do suggest a track through regular means, there is a chance it might take me a while to get around to it, since I get suggested so many new tracks every single day that my list grows faster than I can record these videos. But I do write down every suggestion I get, so it'll get done eventually. It's just going to take me a while to get around to it, unfortunately. Also, Metalhead Reacts is a proud supporter of the Sophie Lancaster Foundation, a British-based charity whose main goal is to put an end to hate crimes, mainly those aimed at people of the alternative culture, people who listen to alternative music and wear alternative fashion. Now, obviously, they want to put an end to all hate crimes, but attacks on the alternative culture is their main focus, and it's something I believe in very, very strongly, something I'm very, very passionate about. And very much like the song that we just listened to, you know, people are getting violently attacked and bullied for being different because somebody doesn't like something about them, you know. And the thing is, this is something that goes widely unspoken about, and you know, it doesn't get enough attention, doesn't get the attention it needs or deserves, and that needs to change, because every single day people all around the world who listen to alternative music are getting violently attacked because of their taste in music or because of their clothes. And, you know, it's unacceptable, because these attacks can be quite violent. People are sometimes hospitalised, sometimes they have bones broken just because of their taste in music. And I've had people tell me in the past, you know, that this isn't a hate crime. It is. It is the very definition of a hate crime. Attacking someone violently because you hate something about that person, like hating their music or hating their style of clothing. That is the essence of a hate crime, you know. And every single day we hear about all these other hate crimes like sexism, racism, homophobia, transphobia, ableism. You know, we hear about these sorts of hate crimes every single day, from the most heinous and violent of crimes where people are murdered or violently attacked, down to the simplest of little acts where maybe some entitled Karen has shouted a racial slur or an insult at someone because they don't like that specific person. You know, we hear all of the spectrum of these crimes against these other people, but we don't hear enough about the people of the alternative culture that are getting violently attacked, and that needs to change, because people are getting violently hurt, people are getting hospitalised. You know, the last time this was widely spoken about was about 12 years ago, when Sophie Lancaster was violently attacked and subsequently died after her and her boyfriend Rob Maltby were jumped and attacked by a group of 5 or 6 people. You know, they were beaten mercilessly, they were kicked, they were punched, they had their heads stamped on, and both of them ended up in comas. Now, Rob Maltby, he thankfully survived. He came out of a coma after about a week or so, I can't remember exactly how long. But Sophie Lancaster was in a coma for 13 days before she eventually succumbed to her injuries and died. And, you know, this girl was murdered, basically, because of her taste in music. And that's unacceptable. And the thing is, that's the last time there was any widespread media coverage of the fact that this happened. But I can guarantee you, in the 12 years since that happened, hundreds, maybe even thousands of people of the alternative community have been attacked in a similar fashion. And the only reason we've never heard anything about it is because there was no tragedy, nobody died. And it shouldn't take the death of someone for something like this to be spoken about. Something needs to be done. These people that are committing these crimes are essentially getting away with it because nobody's talking about it. They just continue to do it because, you know, no one cares. And that needs to change. It's unacceptable that this is carrying on. And this is what the Sophie Lancaster Foundation is all about. They want to raise awareness of the fact that this is happening. They don't want another family to go through what they went through when they had to watch their daughter slowly die over the course of 2 weeks. They don't want what happened to her to happen to anybody else, and we most definitely cannot allow it to happen again. It should never have happened in the first place. And I think it's very important that this happens. It's very important that we start talking about this more. Because, we can't let people get away with murdering someone just because you don't like their music. If you don't like the music, don't listen to it. If you don't like what someone's wearing, don't look at them. But none of it is an excuse to violently attack someone and beat someone to death. If you'd like to find out more about the Sophie Lancaster Foundation, there is a link to their website in the description below. You can go over there, find out what they're working on, find out what their main goal is, because they can explain it better than I can. And if you can help them out in any small way, obviously don't feel obligated to do so, but if you can help them in any small way, even if it's like a small donation through their website or something as simple as one of these Sophie wristbands from their web store, if you can help them out in any small way, the smallest amount can make the biggest difference. And the sooner we can bring more attention to this, the sooner more people will start talking about this, and the sooner we can help to stamp out prejudice, hatred, and intolerance everywhere. But I'm going to leave that as it is for the time being. Thank you all very, very much for watching, and I will see you again soon. Bye-bye.